In this video, we will cover how to assemble 2023 Gio Italia Ultra. To assemble the scooter, we're going to need the following tools: wire cutters, adjustable wrench, Phillips screwdriver, X-Acto knife, and a socket wrench with a 10mm socket. The first step would be to remove the cardboard box around the crate. For that, take your X-Acto knife and cut the box on the edge of it. Put the box aside. Once the box is removed, you will be able to locate 6 10mm bolts on the bottom of each side of the crate. Take your socket wrench with a 10mm socket and remove those. In this video, I've used impact gun instead of the socket wrench to undo those bolts. If you have one, you're welcome to use it too. However, I strongly recommend not to use any rotary tools when you assemble parts on the scooters itself. That might damage your threads and lead to potential part replacement. Lastly, before we remove the crate from its own base, there is one more bracket located on the left-hand side of the scooter attached with two 10mm bolts. Take the same tool and remove those. Now we can separate the crate from its own base. I would recommend getting someone to help you because you don't want to scratch your new bike. However, if you're feeling confident enough, you're welcome to do it by yourself just like I did in the video. Remove the plastic around the bike, then take a basket which is located in between steering and driver's seat on the footrest. Take the key and open the basket. There are two clips on each side of the basket, so unclip those first and then use the key to open the basket itself. Inside you will find two boxes, one with mirrors and one with a charger, and two ziplocs, one with plastic covers and one with mounting hardware. For now, we're just gonna take the ziploc with plastic covers and attach it to the bike. I'm gonna take two of the bigger size plastic clips and clip them into two slots located on the front of your footrest. Repeat the process for the rear slots using smaller size of plastic clips. Finally, take a VIN number cover and clip it to the front panel of your steering. In the same bag, you will be able to find two rubber caps, one in circular shape and the other one is in the octagon shape. Those are the covers for the nuts on your front axle, so go ahead and put those on. Lastly, you will find two bolts which are meant for your license plate. You can fit them through the license plate holder and leave them there until you get your license plate. Now it's time to assemble our mirrors. First thing you want to do is push the rubber cup to the mirror itself, and then take the nut on the bottom of the mirror assembly and screw it to the top position. Then you will be able to locate the hole in your light switch on the left hand side of the steering, line it up with the mirror and screw the mirror inside of it. The mirror should be really easy to screw inside, so if you feel any resistance, stop the process, come back to the initial position and try again. Sometimes it happens that the mirror, once it's fully installed, does not face the right direction. So just unscrew it a little bit so it faces the way you want it to be, and then use adjustable wrench to tighten the golden nut at the base of the mirror. Once the mirror is installed, push the rubber cap on top of the golden nut at the base of the mirror and repeat the process for the other side. Now we're ready to attach our rear basket, but before we do that, we do need to remove the rear plastic rack which is attached to its mount. To remove the rack, we will need to undo 3 screws, 2 of which are located on the sides, close to the body of the bike, and 1 on top of the plastic rack itself. We will start by removing the bolt which is located on top of the rack. For that, you're going to need a socket wrench with 10mm socket to hold the nut on the bottom of the rack, and then number 5 Allen key for the bolt which is located on top of it. After that, use a 10mm socket wrench and a 12mm wrench to undo the side bolts. If you don't have a 12mm wrench, don't worry, you can still use your adjustable wrench as you just need to hold the nut and break it free. Once you remove that first bolt, go ahead and repeat the process for the other side. After that, that will allow you to remove the plastic rack completely off of its mount, but you do need to put the same screws with nuts back into its place as they are holding two pieces of the mount together. Now we're ready to attach our basket. Go ahead and take a ziplock with the mounting hardware, and this is what you should see inside of it. Take your basket and put it on top of the rack. The goal here is to align the basket and find 4 spots where we will be able to attach it together. Once you found those, go ahead, take one bolt, fit it through the washer, and then through one of the holes in the basket. Repeat the process for the other 3 bolts. The last step of the assembly is to attach those bolts from the bottom. Take a rail provided in a ziplock with mounting hardware and attach it with nuts. To tighten the nuts on the bottom, you will need to use the Phillips screwdriver to hold the bolt from the top, and then 10mm socket wrench to tighten the nut on the bottom. Congratulations, you just assembled your new 2023 Gio Italia Ultra. Make sure that everything is nice and tight. Don't forget to charge your bike and enjoy your ride. We'll see you next time.